What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Topsonics coming at you with a different type of review today. So today I'm going to be giving you a review of a different type of thing. It's going to be the UltimaGear Millennium Puzzle and the UltimaGear Millennium Puzzle Storage Gold Sarcophagus box. So both of these things are items that I don't normally cover on the channel. Normally I do deck boxes and different TCG related products, but because this is specifically a Yu-Gi-Oh related product, I kind of wanted to talk about it a bit. And I'm not going to be building it on screen or anything, so if you want to see it built, there's probably a couple good videos for that, but this isn't it. This is just going to be me talking about it and going over the things that I had issues with or that I really like about it. Mostly just because it's overall just a review of the product, and I wanted to talk about it. So for the first bit, we'll go over the gold sarcophagus. So one of the big issues with the UltimaGear stuff I've noticed is there's really obvious sprue marks throughout the stuff. It is really difficult to get rid of these sprue marks on the item. Now, if I pull it up here, you can see here, and then the lid has the same, and then there's a single one here and here as well. There's not really a great way to get rid of those sprue marks, and like you do have like this type of I don't want to call it an issue, but like that kind of look that the gold plastic gets. It gets this kind of weird look to it. While it still looks really great, like I absolutely love how this looks. You can obviously tell that like there's issues that go into the plastic mold. I am not a person who builds a lot of Gunpla. I'm not a person who builds a lot of that builds a lot of figures. So getting an UltimaGear where I'm popping out the parts and building them was something completely new to me at the time. And while I think technically I have a Ryuki Figurize set that I built first, that's a Kamen Rider thing. That was my first ever kit that I put together. The puzzle being the second, this being the third, and even then on the third, they don't feel bad now. They're definitely clean. But personally, I don't know how to clean the sprue marks up as much. That's just a thing that I would learn if I got more into building the actual into the model kits and stuff though. So to go on to the next part would be the Millennium puzzle. Now the Millennium puzzle isn't that big. It is pretty small technically, but all the pieces do from here fit well into here. When taking apart, I put mine together, and it was a pain to put together. Figuring it out was annoying. Over time, I think there's guides for it on the internet, but realistically, you probably don't need them. It is slightly complicated, and sometimes there are bits that kind of feel like they're ready to fall off, or kind of not bend, but they kind of feel loose a little bit. The only bit that actually comes off is the eye, and you can kind of see the inside mechanics of stuff a bit here. But overall, that's the last piece that you put in, is that you slot in as the eye. Absolutely still feels good. You can see obviously in a couple of these shots here, there's still these sprue marks that you can see. And that's more a thing on me personally. This chain I had when I worked at a dollar store. We used to hang items from a chain like this. And I had some left over just because, working there for a while, I ended up just taking some home. And I thought they were really good for cosplay stuff. And honestly, I haven't painted them yet. But once you paint these, if I paint these silver, it'll work perfectly. I could take this somewhere, wear it around perfectly fine. And one of these has, a bit that's like that, so I can take it off. This doesn't come with the actual kit. It is just this. That chain is literally something I added. But yeah, no, I absolutely love the Millennium puzzle. The puzzle itself was a little complicated to put together. It took me a few hours, but realistically, you could probably do it. And there are plenty of guides online. It does not come with a guide because it does want you to figure out how to do it. So it is pretty nice. So this does technically fit inside of here. It is made to fit inside. When it's broken apart, this is made to store it broken apart inside. Currently, I just have some knickknacks. Video converter stuff and some VTuber merch that I have in it, but overall I still think these things are pretty cool. For their price point, I think they're also really good because these are also this is something that you take time to finish, and the more effort that you put into these, the less sprue marks that you'll have and things like that, and the more pretty that you can make it. And these are really cool, at least in my opinion. These ones specifically are super cool for cosplay, super cool for just memorabilia, being able to have this in general. And you can fit cards in here. This is actually a really great size to just fit cards across here with a little bit wiggle room at the end. If you put Yu-Gi-Oh cards in this sideways, they completely fit in here. You can also fit two piles of them like that there. Works perfectly good, and honestly, in my opinion, that's great. Or if you have like a little Ultra Pro deck box, I think an Ultra Pro deck box just fits in there perfectly fine. One of these guys. So I think like one of these would fit perfectly in there. So like if you wanted to be like a cool guy at locals and just take out your gold sarcophagus, then I guess you could realistically do something like that. But at the same time, like it is made for this, and I'm not going to take it apart to put it in there to show that. I'm going to request you take my word for it, just because putting this back together is annoying, and I don't feel like looking up a guide for it. Now, for the price point that these both were, I got these from Hobby Link Japan, or HLJ. For this was 3150 yen, and this was 3500 yen. So altogether, it comes to about 6600 yen. After conversion, that's about 50 USD for both of these things. Realistically, in my opinion, or it's probably closer to 55 now with the way it is. Realistically though, 55 for both of these was really, like, in my opinion, was really cool. Like, this is stuff that because I absolutely love Yugioh, this is something that I would absolutely keep around. And likewise with the gold sarcophagus. And I've had these for about 2 years now, and like they've just been kind of sitting on my desk, and like the Millennium puzzle just is a perfect thing for me because it just looks cool there. But being able to wear this if I go to a con or something, just to have like a cool little talking point, and then this if I ever really wanted to use it as a deck box for locals, I could. All around super cool. I do recommend these if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, to get something like these UltimaGears. I don't know how much they're going to be now because those were pre-order prices, and those were imports from HLJ. I don't think HLJ has them anymore, and I don't know where you would go online to really find stuff like this too much. But if I do find a link to them that's relatively cheap, I'll probably put it in the description. If I do put a link to these in the description, I am in no way affiliated with the website. I get no ad revenue from any of that stuff, but I'd rather be able to link the item than not if I find a link for it. So that being said, guys, yeah, totally like these. This is a weird type of review. It's just kind of here to fill the void because I don't have anything to put in just yet. I'm waiting for the Gemtech Senpai Gold to finally come out and ship. Likewise, I'm waiting for the Halloween Senpai deck box to ship. Also, I'm waiting for a third copy of the Deck Luffy. So I guess this will be a good update spot for that. So the Deck Luffy that I reviewed last week, I actually sent back to them. So I originally sent back the first Deck Luffy that I got because it had some defects. I sent them back the second one after reviewing it because it had very similar defects, and so they're going to send me a third one, which to me feels really absurd. But at the end of the day, you know, I didn't have to pay any shipping for the other two, so I mean, there's that. Absolutely, I think that Gemtech is doing what they can to help fix the issue, but it is a little worrying when you have issues like that. That being said, guys, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If people want to see stuff like more stuff like this, stuff that's maybe outside the realm of Yu-Gi-Oh or stuff like that, I do have some other figures and such. I could theoretically do it. I do have a Figma Dark Magician Girl, but I don't know really how I would do a review for a Figma. I'm not really a toy reviewer or anything like that. But if that's the kind of stuff you guys want to see, please let me know down below. If you guys want to help support the channel, feel free to check out Gemtech. I know I didn't give them a glorifying endorsement a second ago, but that is a one-off thing. I have multiple deck boxes from them that are superb and absolutely great. You can use my code TeddyFurry10 to get 10% off. You can also use the referral link in the description. That'll also help me out. Likewise, I have a Dueling Guard affiliate. If you get 5% off if you use my code TOF at checkout. Again, link in the description. And then same thing for Imperial Duelist. There's no discount code for Imperial Duelist, but just using my link helps me out. And yeah, it would be nice. If you want to join the Discord and talk about the different things, like if you want to talk about some UltimaGear, you want to give me tips on how to make it look better, maybe get rid of some screw marks and stuff, absolutely please feel free to join the Discord. Hit me up at any time. If I don't reply to you immediately, I'm still around. It just means that I can't get to the reply at the moment. And yeah, we'd love to have you. We do remote duels and stuff, so we're hoping to do some more remote duel events in general over on the server. So if and some DB events. So if you're looking forward to that, go ahead and join. We'll make I make announcements probably about once a month in general. Usually 2 to 3 depending on holidays. So absolutely, please feel free to join. Please feel free to use the codes, and if you want to support me. Otherwise, I hope you guys all have a blessed day. God bless you all, and peace.